Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today is kind of a special video, one that I've thought long and hard about what I wanted to produce as far as content goes for this video. And I've been thinking a lot about my top 5 tips to be successful on Weight Watchers. And some of these may be common sense to some of you, and some of these may be things that you go, wow, I never thought of that. And that will really help me with my successful journey on Weight Watchers. So I want to share with you my top 5 tips to be successful on Weight Watchers. So number 1, first and foremost, is tracking. Track it like it's hot. Track as much as you possibly can, because that is going to keep you on track, because you are making a physical documentation of all of the food that you are consuming in the day. And it also shows you where you are throughout the day, what you have left for points, what you've used for points. Whether you track on an old school piece of notebook paper and a pen, or maybe you use the Weight Watchers app, or maybe you're one of us Weight Watchers that follows an older Weight Watchers plan, like Classic or Smart Points or Points Plus, and you use the iTrackBites app. So maybe you have your own way to track, but it is so important to track. You have to track your food. It keeps you accountable. I mean, even tracking food that you ate that you shouldn't have eaten is better than not tracking at all, because it does give you that little piece of accountability, the factor of being accountable for the food you put into your mouth. And I remember way back in the early 2000s when I was doing Weight Watchers, I hated any form of tracking other than a physical piece of paper and a pen that I wrote down the food that I ate. I don't know if you old school Weight Watchers remember the little trifold brochures. They were about the size of, well, maybe like a little smaller than this piece of paper here. And you would have columns where you would write what you started the day with points wise, what you ate, and then there would be a deduction column on the far right of the pamphlet for you to track your points. And I tracked my points that way, and I was extremely successful when I tracked. And I am the first to admit that there are times that I do not track. I am a terrible tracker. And a lot of times I fail to track when I've went off course. And that's the worst way to go. It helps you get back on track if you do just jot down or add to your tracker or go on your app and add the food that you ate, good or bad. So I know when I am tracking, those are my most successful weeks on Weight Watchers. It is an accountability factor, and it also just shows you where you're at. It's like a checkbook, like a calculator. This is what you started the day with. This is what you have used so far. And this is what you have left. Very similar to your paycheck. Here's your paycheck when it goes in your bank account. Here's what you spent, and here's what you have left. So number 1 tip to you guys is tracking, which some of you may go, yeah, duh. But there are a lot of us that don't track or don't see the importance in tracking. And again, for me, it is the number 1 way that I lose weight, is to track the food that I ate. With the exception, let's put a little disclaimer here, I do not track on my cheat day. Okay, I don't track the food I eat on my cheat day. And that brings me to tip number 2. Have a cheat day, you guys. That is what your weekly points are for. When there's something you're just craving, you gotta have cake, you gotta have a big beer, you want a big slice of pizza. That is what those extra points are for. And on top of that, your cheat day does 2 big things. Number 1, it keeps you focused throughout the week because you have something to look forward to. You know it's coming down the pipe. You know it's 3 days away, 5 days away, 1 day away, it's tomorrow. You know that you have something to look forward to, so that all those other 6 days of the week, you don't eat cheat foods, because you know you can eat that cheat food on your cheat day. So it's worth holding out and waiting till your designated day to cheat. Number 2, the other good reason for a cheat day, or using your weeklies, however you want to phrase it, is it does jumpstart your body. You diet for 6 days, and you eat food that you normally wouldn't eat on your 7th day, and it recycles, rejumps your body, gets it rejuvenated and motivated again, especially those of you that have quite a calorie deficit. So if you're one of those Weight Watchers that maybe doesn't eat all your points in a day, or maybe you work out a lot, or you expend a lot of energy, whether it's at work, the gym, or a combination of both, your cheat day helps your body jumpstart. It says, oh my gosh, they're not starving me. They're going to feed me. They're going to overfeed me on this day, so I don't have to store all the food that they're eating the other 6 days. So it is very important, you guys. And if you aren't comfortable having an entire cheat day, have a cheat meal. Have something that you can A, look forward to, and B, jumpstart your body with. So number 3, meal prep. Meal prep is so important. And so many of my friends always say, I can't do Weight Watchers. There's too much meal prep involved. Bull. You have to meal prep even if you're not on a diet. You still have to plan meals. You still have to pack a lunch. You still have to cut up fruits and vegetables to go in your lunch. You still have to assemble a sandwich. You have to meal prep whether you're on a diet plan or not. So meal prep, in my opinion, number 1, it helps me stay on track because I don't reach for food that I'm not supposed to eat because I have all the food I am supposed to eat, meal prepped and ready to go. So I'm going to insert a little video here that shows you a little trick for my meal prep. And this is for dessert. So that's exciting. So I'm going to show you a little tip and trick that I use to meal prep my dessert for the week. And again, it keeps me from eating food I shouldn't eat. And all of my dessert or my treats are ready to go. All right, so you're gonna see me meal prep my Halo Top. So I don't like to take my Halo Top out of the freezer several times to defrost enough for a serving. So I take it out, I let it de-thaw, I grab my food scale and I grab a little dish with a lid and I measure out the appropriate number of grams for 1 serving of Halo Top. So you'll see me do this with each individual dish. You put the dish on the scale, zero it out, and add in your appropriate grams for the serving that you want to eat of Halo Top. Each pint of Halo Top makes 4 individual servings of half of a cup per serving. So you're going to see me go ahead and weigh and measure all 4 half-cup servings of my Halo Top. And again, this way I don't have to defrost it twice because it becomes ice crystally if you do that. And on top of that, my serving of Halo Top is ready to go. And it doesn't make me want to eat the whole pint of ice cream because I have set aside the appropriate amount of ice cream for a serving. Or maybe there are times that I want to have 2 servings or I have the points available for that. You can either measure out a cup per dish, or you can grab 2 of your meal prep dishes out of your freezer and plop both of those in a bowl or on a cone or however you choose to eat your Halo Top. So you'll see that I do 4 individual dishes. I put lids on those and those go into my... So that's how I prep my Halo Top, my ice cream. That's how I meal prep it. And as you know, those of you that follow my channel or even those of you that are new to my channel, watch some of my meal prep videos. You'll see that I meal prep everything. Everything down to fruits and vegetables, my lunches, my breakfast, it's all ready. It's a grab and a go. And I even do the same thing for my husband who doesn't follow any type of eating plan or diet. I still meal prep his lunch food. It just saves you a lot of time when you come home from a long, hard day at work or school and you go, I just want pizza. But then you realize that preparing your meal for the night is easy peasy because you meal prepped everything that you needed for your meal. So you don't have to go have pizza. You don't have to go cheat. Everything that you need is sitting in your refrigerator, in your pantry, in your cupboard, ready to go. So that is a huge way to stay on track and to stay focused and to stay eating the food that you're supposed to be eating during the week. Number 4, my number 4 thing, you guys, eat your points. Those of you that follow Smart Points, I get that you have rollover. That's great. I know a lot of you will save your rollover points for your cheat day or for your weekend so that you can add those rollovers to those weeklies that you are given by Weight Watchers. But those of you that don't follow Smart Points, like myself, I follow Classic Points. I don't have rollover. So I know from my old school Weight Watchers days, and those of you that don't know, or maybe new to my channel or didn't watch my introduction video, back in the early 2000s, I lost 125 pounds on what's now known as Classic Weight Watchers. And I had a cheat day every single week. And there were weeks I screwed up. There were weeks that I overate my points in addition to my weeklies. But I always, 99.5% of the time, ate all of my daily points. And I will tell you that I tried this little trial and error one week when I was following Weight Watchers where I was like, you know what, I'm not going to eat all my points every day. So if I'm given 30 points, I'm going to eat 20. And to be honest with you, that week I gained weight. And I had a big discussion with my Weight Watchers leader, Jane, that I remember to this day, love, love, love her, about my points. And she said, you need to eat all of your points. They are given to you because that is the nutrition your body needs in whatever you selected, sedentary, active, extremely active, to survive, to not store all the food that you're eating and store it as fat. So eat your points. And from that day forward, every week I ate my points. Every week I lost. Every single week in my 1.5-year journey on Weight Watchers, with the exception of less than 6, I lost weight. Maybe not a lot, but I lost. So it's important that you guys are eating your points, because the last thing you want to do is starve your body to the point that your body is going to hoard all of the food that you're eating because it thinks you're going to starve it. So again, eat your points, use your weeklies. That's what they're there for. Number 5. The last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was portion control. I'm going to insert a video here in a second about portion control, but that is so important. As you know, again, those of you that follow my channel, I eyeball spices a lot. I eyeball cheese. I eyeball certain things rather than measuring, and that could potentially be a bad habit. Portion control is extremely important. And until you've mastered what 1 tablespoon of salt looks like, you need to measure. What 1 ounce of cheese looks like, you need to measure. You need to watch your portions. That is the fastest way you're going to stunt your weight loss. That is the fastest way you're going to lose interest or not be successful on Weight Watchers. And in fact, the fastest way that you're going to gain weight. When a recipe says 4 servings, it means 4 servings. So make sure that you are equally cutting your 4 servings out of your recipe. Weigh them out if you have to. If it says that a serving is 1.5 cups, measure out 1.5 cups. Don't eyeball it until you are an expert. And I'm telling you, it takes years to become an expert if you ever become an expert. And there are several times that I'm like, I should not be eyeballing this. I'm going to measure. And you'll see that I do measure. I would say that I am pretty consistent on my measuring and my weighing. I weigh a lot of my foods, but I'm pretty consistent on my measuring, with the exception of spices or like garlic, minced garlic. I kind of just wing it with those. But my food that I'm consuming, absolutely do I weigh it? Do I measure it? Super important. And another little tip as far as weighing goes, if you weigh out your dry snacks, your chips, your pretzels, your nuts, you typically get more than what it says on the package for that serving. So for example, if I'm going to eat, say, Pirate's Booty, and on my bag it says that I get 1 ounce or 30 grams of Pirate's Booty, or I get 24 pieces. There are often times that I will measure out that 1 ounce or grams, whatever you prefer, and it is more than 33 pieces. And it is far more accurate to weigh, because pieces vary, sizes vary, weights of your food varies in those chips and those nuts and those popcorn. So it's important to weigh your food. And again, watch your portions when you guys are eating dinner. So I'm going to show you a little trick that I use for portion control. And this can be used for everything from what I show you, dressings, even your little chocolate chip toppings, things that you need to. So here's a little trick for you on portion control. As I mentioned, portion control is extremely important on any weight loss plan that you are following. So if you don't already have a food scale, I would highly encourage you to get one. They are not expensive, and they are a complete lifesaver for weighing, measuring, and portion control. So you'll see here that I'm going to weigh and measure my hummus. I love taking hummus to work with vegetables, and I love these little to-go cups. You can buy these. I got these at Fred Meyer. I know you can buy them on Amazon, but they're amazing. You put a little plastic cup on your food scale, you put in the appropriate amount of hummus, and then you top it with a lid. And there you have it. 3 hummuses ready for your work week, completely ready and portion controlled. So I hope this helped you guys with some of the 5 tips that I find helps me be most successful on Weight Watchers. If you guys have any great tips, please leave them in the comments below. I myself always read and respond to my comments, and a lot of my followers also read the comments. So if you have any hacks or Weight Watchers tips that you have, please leave those in the comments below. And if you are new to my channel or you haven't already, please subscribe so that you can be part of my YouTube family. I do upload videos on a very regular basis. So please like, comment below, and hit that notification bell so that you receive notification every time I post a new video. And again, I hope this helped you guys out with some hacks, some tips and tricks to be successful on Weight Watchers. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.